Bordered by the Central African Republic, South Sudan, Egypt, Chad, Eritrea, Ethiopia and Libya, Sudan is one of Africa's largest countries. It was also home to one of the world's earliest ancient kingdoms and has been inhabited since 30,000 BC. That's unsurprising, given all the country has to offer: millennia of history, abundant marine diversity, and more pyramids than Egypt, to name a few. Intrigued? Brush up your knowledge with these unbelievable facts about Sudan. This is AfriWorld. Thanks for watching. 1. Home to more pyramids than Egypt.
In Sudan, in fact, there are more pyramids than in Egypt. And this is a thing that people don't think of very often. One of the most intensive concentrations of pyramids anywhere in the world across any culture and civilization.
When it comes to ancient pyramids, Egypt gets all the credit. But Sudan is actually home to over 200 pyramids, more than Egypt. Built by the ancient Nubian civilization from as early as 2500 BC. The UNESCO-listed archaeological sites of the island of Mare is probably the country's most famous site. The site is home to 100 pyramids dating from the 8th century BC to the 4th century AD. While the pyramids are a little smaller than their Egyptian cousins, they are equally decorative, featuring elements of Pharaonic Egypt, Greece, and Rome. 2. Once Africa's largest country, Sudan once represented over 8% of the whole African continent. That's 2% of the world's total land area. During this time, it was Africa's largest country and 10th largest in the world. When South Sudan separated from Sudan in 2011, Sudan became Africa's 3rd largest country and the world's 15th largest. Tensions remain and disputes continue between the two nations over shared oil revenues and border definitions. 3. Home to the legendary Kingdom of Kush. The Kingdom of Kush, or Kush, was an ancient African kingdom situated in what is now the Republic of Sudan. 3 Kushite kingdoms dominated the region for over 3,000 years. The first period, Kema 2450 to 1450 BC, was followed by the Napata 1550 to 1070 BC, and then Mori 300 BC to 300 AD. And its earliest phase, the kingdom was focused at Napata. Then, after King Kashta invaded Egypt, the Kushite kings ruled as pharaohs of the 25th dynasty of Egypt. Its imperial capital was at Mare, now a world-famous UNESCO World Heritage Site. The whole region became a major trading center for ebony, ivory, gold, and animal pets from Africa. 4. Once home to an underwater research center. Possibly one of the world's most intriguing underwater experiments, in 1963, the explorer and oceanographer Jacques Cousteau set up the Continental Shelf Station 2. This was an underwater research center located 10 meters below the surface of the coast of Port Sudan. He started developing the site during World War II when he was part of the French resistance. Then, in the 1960s, it became home to 5 aquanauts who lived in the undersea base for 30 days. The men had access to air, water, food, and other essentials, as well as small 2-man submarine for underwater explorations. Cousteau documented the experiment in his film World Without Sun. All is not lost, since marine life enthusiasts can still scuba around the site. You can no longer see the living quarters, but you can peek inside the submarine garage. 5. Haven for wildlife enthusiasts. The UNESCO-listed Sanganab Marine National Park and Dangonab Bay Makara Island National Park is brimming with marine mammals, fish, sharks, turtles, manta rays, and dugongs. It sits 15 miles off the coast of Sudan and is fringed with a protective complex coral reef system. On dry land, the Dender National Park is one of the oldest national parks in Africa, spanning 6,395 square miles to protected parklands. It's a rich biosphere reserve of diverse flora and fauna, with animals like these living there. Six, Africa's longest war. The Second Sudanese Civil War lasted 22 years. It began in 1983 and lasted until 2005, taking the lives of at least 1.5 million people and displacing over 4 million. Largely a continuation of the First Sudanese Civil War, it originated in southern Sudan. It then spread to the Nuba Mountains and Blue Nile. It was fought by the Central Sudanese government and the Sudan People's Liberation Army.
Participants come here because they believe in the movement and have the same principles as the movement. We'll spend 9 months with them, then they'll be ready for battle.
7. Part of the Great Green War Project.
L'Event est une initiative portée par l'Union africaine et qui regroupe aujourd'hui 11 pays et qui, sur une longueur de 7600 km, est partant de Dakar jusqu'au niveau de Djibouti.
Sudan is part of the Great Green War Project, along with Burkina Faso, Chad, Djibouti, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, Nigeria, and Senegal. This incredibly ambitious initiative is aiming to build a 4,970-mile wall of trees straight across Africa to create the largest living structure on the planet. It will stretch across the entire width of the continent, along the arid Sahel savanna, all the way from the Atlantic Ocean to the Indian Ocean. Launched in 2007, the wall is designed as a symbol of hope in the face of one of the planet's greatest threats: desertification. The African Union launched this game-changing African-led initiative to restore Africa's degraded landscapes and transform millions of lives in one of the world's poorest regions, the Sahel. What do you make of these facts? Any more to add? And let us know in the comment section below. Until the next, stay safe and stay blessed. Shalom. Peace.